Good morning. I am live, and this is Monday, which means I'm even more alive than usual. I have two incredible gems for you this morning. First of all, my workout went really well. I have adjustments I need to make, but in the area of diet, but I'm doing really well. Two important gems. I couldn't separate them because I was afraid I might forget one or the other. Number one is physical. It's amazing. I just cut my stress level more than in half. At the reading, I take a reading every morning. More than half is gone of the stress level that my body's sensing. Maybe you can hear it in my voice. But listen, I want to share why. The one thing that I changed, there is such a thing, as aromatherapy. Okay, fine, have a little lavender and it calms you down. Have a little peppermint, it peps you up. That's handy, etc. But it's more than that. It's a somatic relief for your body. Aroma, fragrances can be a physical, somatic response, recovery, healing, change. It provides. Now, you can't just do this and say, Sandra, this didn't work. I don't understand. Realize that it took me a number of years to figure it out. Extended period of time of paying attention to my body, learning its response to various things. And when I felt jacked up on the inside, I called it jumbled up, and paying attention. So it's in that context of somatic awareness, exercises and practices to be paying attention. But here's what you can do. Choose a fragrance. Now, I chose frankincense because it is very healing, and I've noticed it in lots of ways. Anyway, I chose frankincense, but lavender is another good option, or maybe citrus. Depends on your body. Again, it's your body. You have to know. Well, if you block your right nostril, and this is reversed in this picture, but if you block your right nostril and make sure, hello, Sharon, I'm talking about a specific way to calm your body. If you have any trauma in your life, I don't know who can deny it, frankly. But if you have any trauma in your life, this is in the context of being aware of your body and practicing and exercising somatic support. This can be an aspect that's helpful. So choose a fragrance, a calming fragrance, as I was saying, something like lavender. Some people find citrus that way. You don't want peppermint. But there you go. There's the context of understanding your body, a fragrance that your body finds restful. I chose frankincense. Get a little bottle, whatever. Block your right nostril. Block your right nostril and inhale that fragrance through the left. Do one of our deep breathing, deep breathing exercise. Again, there's the somatic context. If you haven't been practicing deep breathing in through the nose, pause it however long is comfortable for you. Again, you've got to know your own body. And then exhale through your mouth. If you want to increase the effectiveness of that, breathe in deeply through your nostrils and hum. As you exhale, until you always make sure that your lungs are completely emptied. Usually your exhale should be longer than your inhale. So you're practicing all these things and you're aware of what's going on in your body, and you block the right nostril and breathe in deeply through the left. Get that nice deep breath in there and breathe out. Do that 3 to 5 times and you'll see your body drop from survival mode, freeze or fawn, or from stress mode, fight or flight. Lower, I can't say it will drop you from the very top to the very bottom, but you will see an exchange in your body. Again, 3 to 5 times, blocking your right nostril. Give it a try, and let me know how it goes. All right, here's the other gem that has been playing over and over again in my mind. I finally sorted out something really significant, something that's been bothering my system, mind, body, spirit, whenever I've heard it. When we get into manipulation mode, or, thank you, Sharon, manipulation mode, or just that, oh, I know how this needs to go, I'll just do this, or I'll just help with that, or I'll just suggest with an edge to it, to the other thing, and I'm sure it will go in the way that I think it should go. Being totally helpful in our intention, clearly. And yet, when people talk about this kind of behavior, they say, oh yeah, well, you're just trying to control. That's controlling behavior. And it always has sat off, made me very uncomfortable. Well, first of all, I don't like other people blaming me for even a mindset, blaming me without asking questions or drawing conclusions without knowing really what's been going on in my life and what God has shown me about all of that. But just categorically, if any of this kind of thing is going on, you're just trying to take control. This is a control issue. Well, yes, I know it's a control issue. But no, I'm not trying to control literally everything. Okay, it looks like that. And we women are really, really good at it. It's because we have an overload of responsibilities that aren't really all ours. And they distract us from the responsibilities to ourselves that God has given us. Yes, God. It's our responsibility to keep our bodies in sanctuary tone, peaceful in there. That's where Holy Spirit lives. And it improves communication and so on and so on. That's our primary responsibility. Well, to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, all your strength. Yes, Deuteronomy 6:5. Repeated by Jesus, by the way, in Matthew 22:37-38. And he says it's the greatest commandment. So yes, love, peace, all that. Okay. It is control, but it isn't because I'm or us, we, are trying to wrench control from everybody else and make sure that we are the ones who are supreme, the king on the hill, or the queen on the hill, as it would be. That's actually not the case. Not for me, it isn't. And I came to this realization the last few days. The issue is that I do not trust the people who have control, who are responsible. It started way back when I was just a little kid. The 2 adults that had responsibility over me, to care for me, to meet my needs to the best that they could. No parents are ever perfect. God was perfect, and look what happened in the garden. But anyway, God is perfect. But anyway, the parents, the people responsible that I had, I don't know, a right, an awareness, or a sense, or whatever, that my needs weren't being met, I couldn't trust these people. I couldn't trust them. And of course, the response, especially when you're a little kid, where else do you go? Who else can you refer to? Who would, whatever. Well, eventually I learned school was somewhat of a reasonable and organized environment where if I really paid attention and polished the apple, I would get some positive stuff. So maybe we could say that was a place. But the issue is, the control issue is, I could not trust the people responsible to care for me. Therefore, especially as a little kid, who else is there? What else can I do? So I had to take it on myself. I had to take on my own survival. And, okay, it looks like controlling. It does. And it plays out that way. It does. But the issue isn't because we are megalomaniacs determining that I'm going to run the world. And so it's a trauma. It's a trauma bond. It's a trauma bond. In fact, it's an excellent place because this is why I believe why it came to me at this point, is because more and more I'm becoming aware as I've learned to love God by receiving his love and to walk in his ways rather than my own, which takes effort. He not only loves me, his love is expressed through his omnipotence, through his sovereignty. Oh, so here's the controller with a capital C, I suppose, who actually loves me and is meeting his responsibility to me. I live under his favor because of the work of Christ. Perfect life, painful, bloody death, resurrection, ascension. Yeah. Okay, so there are my two things for today. One really practical, physical, although it's mind, body, spirit, it's all together, and it takes intentionality, yes, but the impact of it, dropping more than 50% of my stress reading in 24 hours because I remembered. I had forgotten about it. I remembered about this aroma, this fragrance, healing piece, somatics. And also that control. Let's not just blame the ones who have and are carrying a burden, a trauma burdens. Let's understand, especially if it's us. If this is what's been going on in your life, don't accept the shame. There isn't something horribly wrong with you. That's not the reality. The reality is there is a wound. Neglect, let's call this one that, okay? Neglect. There's a neglect wound in your body. And the only way that you knew in the past how to take care of it was to take care of you, by taking care of others, because being needed is the next best thing to being loved. And at least it would bring some positive vibes and, let it go. Let it go. Don't let anybody paint you with that brush of shame that you are pressing for control to run everything. Well, actually, no. The fact of the matter is, I just want to survive. And God is teaching me. He's healing me. He's healing me. And he's teaching me new, more effective, more regenerative, really true healing, and moving me into recovery. So I'm reclaiming that divine design that Jesus built into me. And it's allowing me, it's inviting me to rejoice in the purpose that was arranged for me. The design fits the purpose. Go look at Ephesians 2:10, Ephesians 2:10, and meditate on it. Ask the Lord about your design, about your purpose, the purpose, his purpose that he's woven into your life to match that design. It's powerful. That's why I say it's time to be you, not some sort of self-centered, self-care kind of, okay, whatever feels good. No, Christ-centered and God, how do I say that? God care, Christ-centered God care. Take care of yourself the way God wants you to. His call to have that peace, that sanctuary environment on the inside. Yep, time to be you. And time for me to get going. I have a busy day today. It's Monday. Thanks, Sharon, for sticking so long. It'd be great for you or whomever comes in and when to share, like, make a comment so that we can start getting this out to even more and more people. Yeah. Have a great Monday yourself. Bye, Sharon. Thanks again.